That's pretty hard while still trying to train it, but not overwhelming it at the same time. Bom dia. Let's spend the day together and be mindful of what we're putting into our bodies, but also how we're feeling, so that we can support our symptoms the best, as I have belly dancing tonight, so I'm very motivated to feel comfortable. So I have 2 meditations that I want to start my morning with. The first will be a 5-minute silent diaphragmatic breathing, just breathing into my abdomen, my belly, slowly, calmly breathing out, so it feels like you're filling the belly in first and emptying from the top and emptying the belly last. So that's my first one. And then after 5 minutes of that, I am going to follow a guided Metta Bhavana meditation, because in the book it mentioned, and this is something I have kind of struggled with for years, which is feeling really bad when you empathize over the atrocities in the world. And in the book that I read, it talked about how compassion-based mindfulness was more effective in healing and had more benefits than just mindfulness alone. An empathy focus, like feeling someone's pain, usually makes people feel worse, whilst compassion-based training or emphasis actually makes people feel better. And so now I want to cultivate compassion in my life, so not just Metta Bhavana meditation, but in other ways as well. Humanizing people who are often dehumanized, like volunteering your time. I just had a phone call last night about a volunteer opportunity that I get to try tomorrow, and I'm really excited about that. Actually, for diaphragmatic breathing, it's better to do it lying down, and then I will sit up for my next meditation.
Practices to begin the day with is metta. Metta is an ancient Buddhist practice that creates love and kindness, first for yourself, then another and another, and finally to the entire world. Metta raises the energetic vibration of love and kindness.
So we've got oats with chia and cinnamon, some variety of fruits and some nuts, and I've got a spoonful of peanut butter as well, because I'm trying to gain back some weight that I lost from being sick. Now I'm going to make a coffee, which might seem unusual because coffee is not recommended when you have IBS or gut issues, but my aim actually is not to be like fully restrictive, but to find ways to enable me to enjoy the things that I enjoy, and I really love the taste of coffee, as well as I guess the boost of energy as well. So what I do is I try not to have it on an empty stomach, and I try not to have a big coffee, so it's a bit smaller. And so far I think that's working. On a day that my tummy is really upset, I would not do it. So it's just about like listening to your body, and while still trying to train it, but not overwhelming it at the same time. I like to expose myself to the news and the horrors of the world in the daytime, because then I have all day to do other things that I like and focus my attention towards, so I'm not feeling bad right before I go to bed. So this is my block when I have my coffee and I'm digesting, and I try not to watch anything or read anything that's like too intense, because that will impact my digestion, but just so I have an idea of what's going on in the world, but still being mindful of the fact that I know that it stresses me out, that I'm trying to find the middle ground. Nation. Nação. 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 Reaction. Reação. 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 Addition. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put my sunscreen on and I'm going to head to the beach. It's almost 12, so I'm leaving a bit later than I originally anticipated. Because I was on a roll a bit with my watching some learning Portuguese videos, but what I'm trying to do is not spend like the whole day at the beach, but instead just spend an hour. So I bring my journal because the sun is too hot to actually read my Kindle unless I get an umbrella, and I actually want to be in the sun, so I won't do any reading. I'll just bring my journal and do some journaling as well as some language practice, like practicing writing. And then after that, I'm going to go buy some more water because I need some bottled water here in Rio. And then I'll make my lunch. Now it's time to leave the house and go into the outside world. I'm like a little bit bloated, but it's not like too crazy. I think I need to hydrate a bit more. I think I need to grab my water, so hydrate a bit more, and then we'll see how it goes. I did get some muffins. I normally wouldn't, but I'm gonna treat myself to one after lunch and not have both of them before belly dancing. Some yogurt. I have to train my gut half of one at a time with fruit and nuts and honey. It's like my dessert. I also got a kombucha, which I haven't had since I arrived here, but in addition to yogurt, I want to have some good probiotics. My main treat. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to put these away. I'm gonna have a quick shower so that I wash the sunscreen and the sweatiness off me. So I think I'll just have this for the side salad. It's got tofu already and potatoes, so I've got carbs and protein. I'm gonna do I cooked some chickpeas as the thing I'm increasing, so I'm going to have 1 spoonful, not 2 today because I don't want to risk it, 1 spoonful on top, and then I don't think I need to do it. I think I'll just do a side salad to go with this. Yeah, so it'll be quick, and then I can cook either the potatoes or the pumpkin later. with the chickpeas. This is how they look. I'll just do 1 spoonful. Okay, it's a bit random. My salad was getting a bit old, so I did need to use it. I'm glad to be able to have it. It would be nice to put more things in it. Like maybe I could have put the chickpeas in with this actually, but I've just not been at home so much, so I've been staying like elsewhere, and it makes it tricky with my produce going off. I'm kind of craving chocolate and sweet stuff lately, or I've been eating more of it, but I also want to gain a bit of weight, so I'm going to eat predominantly like 80% healthy whole foods, like fresh, a lot of my own cooking, but I still want to have that 20% of like yummy stuff. And eating like chocolate and baked things or processed things as a dessert after a meal of whole food, it's a lot easier on your stomach. So I'm gonna have one now for my dessert. Ooh, I haven't tried these ones. This looks so good. Let's try. Smells good. Not bad. Not bad. One thing I do keep forgetting to do is to chew more slowly. Mais devagar. And then almost all the way through my meal, I'm like, oh, was I eating slowly? Oh my god, that was so good. The lunch and my little chocolate muffin. I'm so happy. I don't have like a lot of options for cooking here. I only have 2 hot plates, and I don't have like the endless supply of spices and things that I had when I was living in one place in London, and you can just buy more international things there. So I'm cooking the things pretty simply. Like the hot part of my meal was flavored with like turmeric, or maybe a bit of ginger, but predominantly turmeric, salt, and then the soy sauce. And then my salad is just salt, lime juice, and olive oil. And olive oil is really good as well for me trying to gain back some weight. Put like a drizzle on each meal, extra calories, without it being too excessive. And yeah, it was so good. Like that was so tasty to me. I'm very, very happy. I ate quite a bit just now, so instead of sitting down right away, I'm just going to spend like 5-10 minutes on my feet and sweeping my place, because I basically need to do it every day anyways because of the sand and the dust as well from the window can't fully close, so I feel like there's way more dust in this room since it faces out onto a busy street, and the pollution, I guess. So this is what I'm going to do now, and then I will relax for a bit.